Face your fears, wipe your tears, let it all go. Tender soul, let them know what you're made of. Give me all of your bad sides, let's have a good time. I want it all. Take me far from the sun rays, back to the hard days, to where you are. So here are the echoes in the night. See the stars up in the sky. They shine on you and I, and make shadows. Dance with our shadows.
Ugh. Maybe a glass of water would help.
Sister, what are you doing up this late?
I can't sleep. And you two?
Oh, I was just letting Amaris watch how I raise the moon. She always enjoys watching the sky slowly dissolve into hues of purple and blue when the stars and moon come out to play.
It's very peaceful.
Well, is there something troubling you?
I'm not sure. Here lately, I haven't been able to eat, sleep, or even think straight.
Is Auntie Tia okay?
Yes, sweetie. She just came down with something that starts with L and ends with E.
Laryngitis?
Laryngitis ends with an S! Just go back to bed.
But Ma! Is Auntie Tia sick?
No, sweetie, Auntie Tia is in love. You know how Cadence is the princess of love?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, so it isn't laryngitis?
No, sweetheart. Why don't you head back to bed? I'll be there shortly.
Okay.
So, who's the lucky stallion? What? I'm not going to judge you. So come on, tell me.
It's Discord.
Wait. What?
I thought you said you weren't going to judge!
I'm not. It's just... Sister, you know Discord is married to Twilight. Their wedding was 5, maybe 8 years ago. Are you still not over it?
Well, of course not! Sorry, Luna. It's just that when I saw Twilight and Discord at the schoolhouse yesterday to drop off their daughter, I just could not help but feel... I don't know how to describe it, really.
Jealous?
You could say that. Besides, we have more history with Discord than Twilight does. Luna, you and I both know that. Why do I always have to be the one who is unhappy?
Celestia, you can't marry some pony who's already married.
And what do you know about love, Luna?
More than you! All you know is how to take other ponies' significant others.
Defensive much? I never should have reintroduced those two at the Grand Caloping Gala that we had years ago. Maybe things would have been different now.
Thea, you can't go back in time and change what's already been done now. All you can do is move on.
I know, it's just... That night at the gala, seeing Discord after so many years, the history we had, it's like those feelings, that old flame re-sparked and resurfaced out of nowhere.
Wait, what happened at the gala?
You were there, remember?
No, I was busy trying to get into the gala. I'm taking it that this backstory is going to take a while.
Yep.
Want some cake while you tell it?
Sure. Over the years, as we grew up, we became close like two inseparable best friends. He was there for me when no one else was, even when you were banished to the moon.
Sister, I don't think I want to relive that moment of being banished to the moon.
Fine. Let's just skip that part that's slightly unimportant and go straight to the gala, shall we? Honestly, I remember it like it was yesterday. I must say, it's been very nice having you take over some of the planning responsibilities for this year's gala.
Anything I can do to make it easier on you.
Thank you, Twilight. I am quite looking forward to just enjoying the gala for once.
Announcing the Spirit of Chaos Discord.
Good evening,
Why, good evening, Twilight. Would you care to spend the evening with me?
That would be wonderful. But I don't want to leave Celestia by herself. We planned this gala together and all, so...
No, you two go ahead. It's a grand galloping gala after all. It's here for everyone to enjoy.
But I don't want you to be by yourself. You deserve to have fun too.
Oh dear. Luna, are you okay?
Does it look like I'm okay?
Lulu, you look like you've just woken up on the wrong side of the bed.
You two go on ahead. My sister will keep me company.
Are you sure?
Really, I mean it. You two enjoy the gala. And Luna and I will be busy with wine and the tale of whatever happened to her right before she got here.
Oh, where do I start? First, one of our own guardsmen wouldn't let me into my own castle without a ticket. I live here! Seriously, though, you need to fire that guard and lower his paycheck. Taxes are high enough around here.
Come on, why don't you tell me more about the rest of your eventful night over some wine?
Like Finbar is the only decent guard we have, and even after years of serving for us and knowing us, even he wouldn't let me in. I wasted nearly 20 minutes trying to convince him. Are you even listening to me?
Yes, but Luna, can you imagine just how dull this gala would have been if I hadn't invited Discord?
Sister, this has a bad idea written all over it.
What? He's just a friend.
A friend? Friends don't invite friends to the gala, Tia.
Oh, Lulu, you'll understand one day when you actually have a love life. Right now, this is why you don't have one.
Okay, what can I get you two?
Neither do you. 1 red wine each for my sister and I, please.
Coming right up.
Could you make mine a Chardonnay?
Sure thing.
I didn't know you drank Chardonnay.
I'd just like to try something new for once.
Alrighty. That'll be 82 bits.
Do you think I could borrow some bits?
Come now, my dear. I have a whole night of fun planned for us.
A whole night of fun that won't involve you messing up the gala?
Me? Ruin your gala? I would never.
You better not, or I'll turn you into stone again.
Oh no, don't turn me into a statue again and put it in front of your terribly symmetrical garden space.
Hello, Twilight dear. How are you enjoying your night?
It's going great, Rarity. And yours?
Quite splendid. Thank you for asking.
Of course.
I didn't know that Discord was hanging out with you tonight. Actually, I can't believe you're hanging out with Discord.
It's just a friendly hangout is all, Dash. There's no harm in that.
Seriously, RD? Here I thought I was the element of honesty.
A friendly hangout, you say? Sure, Twilight. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
Why did you say that in a nonchalant tone, Pinky?
No reason at all.
Stop that.
Discord, are you okay?
I want to ask Twilight to dance with me. But what if she says no?
You'll never know her answer unless you ask. So go for it.
Twilight? Would you like to dance with me?
Oh, I'm not much of a dancer. My friends can definitely vouch for that.
You can definitely say that again.
Yeah, her dancing looks like a dying chicken crossed with a possessed dog.
Okay, don't you have dates or something?
Hey, it's fine. We can stay here and just talk if you would prefer that instead.
You know, I'm surprised you were able to keep your chaos under control tonight.
You said this event was important to you. I didn't want to wreck your evening.
Oh, adorable!
We're just friends. Nothing else.
Friends don't look at friends like the way you two have been on that, Twi.
Can you believe that Discord didn't even hear me when I greeted him?
Or he could have just ignored you completely.
He didn't even bother to ask me to spend the evening together with him, but with her.
That sounds like a you problem.
I know it is. But he's already happy with Twilight.
Well, if you want him to be happy with you, then you'd better confess to him before it's too late. And I don't know about you, but it seems like it might already be too late.
Is this sober you talking, or emotionally drunk you talking?
Give me another glass!
Yep. Definitely emotionally drunk Luna we have here with us tonight.
Your Highness, you've already had 5 glasses.
And I'm not done yet!
Oi.
Could you excuse me for just a second, Discord? I need to go greet one of the diplomats real quick. It shouldn't take long.
Of course. Go right ahead.
Hello, Discord. Where's Twilight?
She went to go and greet one of the royal diplomats you royals have to deal with. But she said she'll be back in a few, though.
Do you mind if we go somewhere more privately to talk for a moment?
Oh, of course. Lead the way.
This is much better. Sorry about having to pull you away from the noise in there. Honestly, I couldn't even hear myself think, and I needed to discuss something important with you.
Don't worry, I understand. But what's on your mind?
How are you enjoying this year's gala?
Oh, it's been absolutely delightful. You both did a spectacular job.
Thank you. But that's not what I meant to say. What I mean is... Discord, I've been meaning to tell you something, but I'm not exactly sure how to tell you this.
Well, they do say actions speak louder than words. Look, I should head back inside. Twilight is probably looking for me.
That's just the thing,
Are you okay? In fact, don't tell Twilight, but I plan on asking her if she would like to get together tonight.
That's a bit too soon, don't you think? Come to think of it, don't you two fight all the time? Shouldn't you just move on?
All couples do, you know. However, I would rather argue with some pony like her 100 times than start over with someone new.
That is true, but... we don't.
What are we?
Nothing.
And that's okay with you? You don't feel anything at all? Because it seems to me that...
Discord, you're courting a fellow princess who was once upon a time my student.
And what if I wasn't? Look, if there's anything here between us that you need to tell me, then tell me now, and I'll call everything off.
Does it even matter now?
Discord! Oh, there you are. Sorry, it took longer than I expected.
Oh, no worries, Twilight. We had to step out anyway and get some fresh air.
We? Oh! I'm so sorry, Princess Celestia. Why are you out here, though? Is everything okay?
Everything is fine, Twilight. Like Discord said, we just needed some fresh air. The ballroom can easily get stuffy and hot in there too quickly with so many ponies that are here tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go do 2 things. Check on Luna and finish greeting the guests.
Why would you need to check on Luna?
I just have a gut feeling that tells me that Luna might be drinking a bit too much. Anyways, I'll leave you both to yourselves. Have a great rest of the night. After I witnessed Discord walking into the gala with Twilight, I just gave up.
See? You missed your shot. There's no reason to pursue him now.
Whatever. What we had was only a fillyhood crush that somehow managed to seem to resurface old feelings I had for him at the gala. It's like it's come back to haunt me.
Well, for those things to resurface and you reminiscing about it, now obviously means something to you. Sister, it's in the past. What's done is done now and nothing can be changed. However, I wish you were faking your feelings for Discord just like your terrible acting skills are.
I'm going to ignore that comment. But maybe you're right.
I am? I mean, of course I am. Glad to see you're taking my advice for once.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good night, sister.
Good night, Luna.
A hope's whirlwind in my heart. I shouldn't let it loose or hold it close. Plaguing me both day and night. It's not right, but bring me some repose. I know deep down their lives, that child, it's been set in stone. If only I could do what my love was telling me. I shouldn't have these feelings, and yet I'd believe it'd be. Oh, if only he had been the one who stayed for me, a perfect match for our immortality. Oh, if only I wish me. If only. I say that with every year, the lonely heart grows fonder. A fool's desire, such childish wants, to someone I can never have. Princess, the fool, what's wrong with me? Let this go. If only I could do what my mind was telling me, abandon all these feelings, and I would be set free, set free. Oh, if only I had been the one who let him be, I wouldn't be attached for an eternity. I'd be, if only. Could happen. Oh, would you still be with me as the millennia goes on? If only I could do what my love was telling me. wasn't the one who had those look up to me, I could cast a spell and rewrite history. Oh, if only, oh, if only, oh, if only, oh, if only.
If only.
Okay, this time I know I'm not hearing things. Harmonia? Harmonia? Hold on, sweetie, I'm coming! What's wrong, sweetheart?
Who broke into the castle? What?
So, if somebody broke into the castle, your choice of weapon for self-defense would be a lamp stand?
If you hit them over the head hard enough, then yes. What? Would you prefer a bat instead?
Sweetie, why are you crying? And looking like you've seen a ghost.
I'm sorry for waking you both up, but
What, Fuzzball?
I had a really, really bad dream.
A nightmare? Would you like to tell us what the dream was about?
I was looking for you all over the castle, Mommy, but I couldn't find you. I couldn't find you anywhere. You weren't there.
Oh, Fuzzball. Everything will be okay. It was just a nightmare, my dear.
But...
Whenever you're feeling scared or alone, just know that we will always be by your side. Nothing will ever separate us.
But Daddy, in my dream, I had a dream that you left us.
Wait, you had a dream that your father left us?
Honey, you know that would never happen. I care about you both way too much to even consider leaving you. I could never be too far away from my little Fuzzball. Boop.
Promise?
I promise. Not even wild Wendigos won't stop me from leaving you.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, my little Fuzzball.
You're okay. You're alright. I'll never ever leave your side. I will stay and I will fight for you. Through the darkest night, all the way I will fight with you.
Good night, my little princess.
Are you sure you don't mind watching Ophelia? If I knew you had confetti pop and cottonberry, I would not have asked.
It's no trouble, Rarity.
But Mother, I want to go with you!
Ophelia, darling, I told you this is big girl stuff. Your Aunt Twilight will take good care of you. Besides, she even has a daughter around your age, and the Pie Twins are also here.
That doesn't sound reassuring. Well, if you want, Ophelia, you can go to Harmonia's room. She should be in there. It's the third door on your right.
Well, I do not know who Harmonia is, and as you can see, I am not moving from this spot.
I can see where she took the dramatics from.
Discord, be nice.
It's okay, Twilight. Sweetie, I'm running late as it is. I'm already 30 minutes behind. Now please stop being so dramatic and stubborn. You are not normally this shy around other ponies.
What's going on?
Harmonia, perfect timing, darling. This is Ophelia.
How can a pony have a cat for a daughter?
Harmonia, it's rude to ask a question like that.
The same reason a pony can have whatever you are for a daughter.
I'm a Draconequus.
Well, yeah, that.
Well, I can clearly see where she got their sassiness from.
You know, you're sassy. I like you already.
Wonderful, they're friends already.
Huh, I never should have doubted you.
Thanks. Wait, you doubted me?
Well, thank you once again. If I'm not back before 8, then Kappa will be here later to pick her up.
All right, Rarity. Well, let me walk you out.
Come on, I can show you my room.
Lead the way. You know, I never met some pony. You do use that term, correct?
Just about every pony that I ever met does. It's either that term or the other term for non-ponies, which is every creature.
Anyways, like I said, I've never met some pony who was different like me.
You don't go to school around here, do you?
Sadly, no. I'm originally from Klugetown, which is where my father is from. Once the streets there decided to have robbers, fights, and con artists, my mother decided that it was time for us to move back here to Ponyville, along with my father, of course. However, my two oldest siblings, Salem and Clarity, decided to stay behind. Mother tried to convince my brother and sister to come, but they seemed to have other ideas, and decided to stay in Klugetown. I haven't seen them since.
I'm sorry to hear that you had to go through that. Do you not stay in contact with them?
I don't think they would really want anything to do with me. Our sibling relationship is complicated, to say the least.
Hey, you'll never know if you don't try.
Thanks.
What's with your necklace?
Oh, my necklace? It just has a picture of me and my siblings on the right side, and on the left side is a picture of my mother and father. See? I really miss my friends, though.
Well, since you technically are new here and you don't have any friends yet, I would like to be your friend.
You would?
Of course! Us as well! Consider it something that my mom would be proud of, and the fact that I actually made my first big accomplishment in terms of friendship.
You must be the sibling duo my mother mentioned to me about.
Nice to know we are already well known. I'm Cottonberry, and this is my sister, Confetti Pop.
Nice to meet you.
I think in order to celebrate our newfound friend, we should play a game.
I didn't say we were friends.
Well, you are now.
And in honor of us making 2 new friends in one day, this calls for a game of Survivor. Is this how you two always celebrate a newfound friendship?
Mostly. Our parents do it with parties. Our mom bakes and throws parties, and our dad does balloon animals. But we just happen to do it with games.
Interesting concept, I guess. In order to play this game, we need a big, spacious area to play it in. Why not play outside?
This is a game that can be played either inside or outside. And it's much too hot to play outside. I don't think Little Miss Perfect over here wants her coat matted.
Wow, quick of judgment, I see.
I just call it like I see it. You get used to it.
How about the library?
Are you sure this is how you play, what was this game called again, darling?
It's called Survivor. I am lying. So said that she and Mom used to play all the time when they were our age and lived on a rock farm. The rules are pretty simple. Rule number 1, survive. Rule number 2, go back and remember what I told you about rule number 1. Survive?
Exactly.
But we're in her mother's library. How can anyone possibly play Survivor in this environment?
Hey, Fuzzball. What are you kids doing in your mother's library?
Reading!
I was talking to my daughter. But thank you for the direct answer.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were doing in my mom's library. No, we aren't. We're playing Survivor.
Oh? How do you play?
It's rather simple. All you have to do is survive. That's why it's called Survivor.
Well, that sounds boring. But if you kids want some real fun, why not give it a realistic setting, such as the Everfree Forest?
Is this, safe?
Look, I know what an unsafe Everfree looks like. I've been there. But this is 100% kid-friendly. Now, I'll be back in a few, and you kids have fun.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Wait! He left us alone without adult supervision. Isn't that a bit concerning and unsafe?
Oh, my dear sweet, 5 minutes older than me, brother.
We are roughly the same age, except I'm 3 months older than you.
Yeah, anyways, Harmonia's father made it safe for a reason, so he could let us have fun on our own. He completely trusts us, so why can't you do the same in return and trust the fun that we're about to experience?
I guess.
Wait for us! This looks exactly like the real Everfree Forest. Your father did an impressive job with this.
You know, a legend has it that once some pony is in the Everfree Forest, that no pony comes out. You heard that from Aunt Rainbow, didn't you?
Hey, she told us that her and our moms explored the Everfree a few times, and what's in the real Everfree isn't natural.
Well, this is just the kid-friendly version of it, so there's no reason to be a frightened kitten, Ophelia.
Harmony, I'm over here.
That was the 5th strangest thing I have seen this week.
Okay, so this isn't a simple walkthrough, and with a few surprises thanks to my dad.
Harmony?
It's Harmonia.
Right. Anyways, Harmony, was this a part of the kid-friendly package?
What do you mean, was this a part of the kid-friendly package?
That!
Hello. Are you the kid-friendly version of this?
What makes you think we aren't?
Well, for one, it's how you all look.
Then no, we aren't.
So, do you value your lives?
They're 7. Why ask them such a ridiculous question?
I don't know. What are we supposed to do with them?
Let's get him! Any last words?
Just one. Run! Did we lose him?
I think.
Is he trying to kill us? Because if not, then I'd hate to see what keeping us alive actually means coming from him.
But we did tell him we were playing Survivor.
Bob, I can almost taste the Philly souffle.
Oh yeah? Well, taste this.
Don't you have a snake charmer on you?
What makes you think I unconventionally have one of fine...
And what will it take to get you off our backs?
Do you have any ricotta?
Cottonberry, your talent is cooking. Make this goat some ricotta.
All 3 of us have magic. We can just make some appear. Please tell me there aren't any more kid-friendly dangers we have to stumble upon.
What is the Everfree Forest doing in the middle of Princess Twilight's castle?
Kids!
Who's watching you?
Ourselves.
And Harmonia, did you do this?
Dad did!
So he leaves you kids alone to fend for yourself. Talk about adult supervision.
But it's kid-friendly approved.
No, it's not! How come you aren't freaking out about this?
I'm literally used to it by this point.
I don't think almost being killed by a chimera would be called kid-friendly.
You kids need adult supervision. Do you know where Discord is?
No clue! He made this for us and then said he would be back. Like we're playing Survivor. Would you like to play with us, Miss Tempest?
I'm not a fan of games.
Come on, please. Besides us, we need adult supervision. Mom is busy and Dad is nowhere to be seen, so the only two adults we have here are you two.
She does have a point.
Fine. But Starlight, you're joining me. I'm not doing this mess alone.
See, this isn't so bad.
Isn't so bad? Harmony and I nearly fell off a cliff!
But you didn't. Miss Starlight saved you.
What's the goal of this game again, Confetti?
To find shelter. And the campsite is just past here, I believe. Once we find that, then we win the game.
How long have we been playing this game? Because so far you've been chased by a chimera, Harmonia and Ophelia almost fell off a cliff, and we almost got attacked by timber wolves. Everything that's in an actual Everfree Forest.
Even if it's daylight outside of this, the time does change within here, and so far I can't see a thing, and I don't do dark.
Neither do I. What's wrong with my magic? It was working just fine a minute ago.
What gives? Oh yeah, we forgot to mention you only use your magic in a limited number of uses, and once you get deeper into the Everfree Forest, your magic sort of becomes not of use to you.
You two are scared of the dark?
Not all of the dark. Just what's in the dark. There's a difference.
Oh, don't worry. I can get us some light.
How did she?
She's Pinky's daughter, don't question it.
How did you create a fire so quickly?
Oh, I just used the fire in the fireplace and what looked like old books that were outside of here as kindling.
You what?
What? Was that a bad idea? Bad idea? Of course it was a bad idea. These were Mom's new books that she just sorted a few days ago. Well, let's just find the campsite, end the game, and then fix the burned books. Does she have a spell for these sort of things?
Her mom can figure out what happened to the missing books and to know if they were replicated. She's not dumb, you know.
We will be in so much trouble if Mom finds out.
Might want to come clean in the next 30 minutes, because she's planning on meeting the girls after her paperwork for tea at Fluttershy's.
Maybe I can catch her now and her reaction won't be so bad.
Oh, I see you kids are still playing. Wait, when did you two get here?
Well, some pony needs to keep an eye on these kids, especially in this play area.
Yeah, because your idea of kid-friendly isn't 100% true, you know.
And where's the fun in that? How did you manage to create a fire? You haven't found the campsite yet, have you?
Not yet, but we created it with Anne Twilight's books on our fireplace.
What?
Are you mad?
Of course I'm mad! Now I'm gonna have to reorder whatever books you kids burn so your mother never finds out.
What is this about reordering books?
Oh.
Oh! Hello, Harmonia. What are you guys doing?
Playing?
I take it your father created this, huh? Do I smell burning?
Confetti! Put the fire out!
What? Another book?
How many books did you burn exactly?
I lost count after 5. Seriously? She has over a dozen books in here.
Well, we're doomed. Why couldn't you have just used your magic for light?
Remember? They can only use their magic for self-defense. This wasn't one of those moments.
Who taught you this game?
Oh,
Aunt Limestone.
Of course she did. Well, I'll say it once again. We're doomed.
Harmonia, sweetie, what is going on?
Don't be mad.
what you lead with?
And don't Twilight.
And that's what you follow up with? What did you do?
I'm not telling you till you promise you won't get mad.
Promise? I'm not promising anything.
My lips are sealed.
Fine. I promise I won't be mad. I can't believe I'm negotiating with an 8-year-old.
Promise?
I promise.
Cross your heart?
Can you just tell me?
Do the thing.
Cross my heart, hope to fly, stick a cupcake in my eye.
Okay. All of your new books that you ordered got destroyed.
And how did that happen?
Confetti, Cottonberry, Ophelia, and I were playing Survivor, and we made a fire.
There was a fire?
But it's gone, don't worry.
Oh, thanks, Celestia.
Mom? What are you looking at? Are you mad?
Of course I'm mad! I'm not just mad, I'm furious!
Daddy can just reorder you more, I mean...
Those were limited edition signed copies.
She didn't do anything wrong. It was us.
I'm listening.
We had the idea to play this game, not her. We should have played it outside, but I thought otherwise. Harmonia told me to play outside with it, but I didn't listen. We're sorry.
I'll be reasonable with Harmonia's punishment. On one condition.
Anything!
You 4 are going to spend every weekend for the next 3 weekends cleaning my library from top to bottom and replacing every copy that confetti burned in my library.
But that's like 3 full weekends of no fun!
Then I guess you 4 better find a way to make it fun is all I have to say. You 2 may do this in your own home, but you will not be doing that here unless it's outside.
We understand.
Now come on. We have a plate of cookies waiting to be devoured by some hungry kiddos.
Hey, where did the cat hybrid go?
She's right there. Well, she was right there.
I guess I'll go find her.
For her to be a princess, she sure does have a lot of rooms. I wonder what's in this room. Ooh! I'm sure they won't miss these. Besides, this is definitely worth around $12,099.99. And my guess is that it's a 14-carat gold ring. 1 room down, 3 more to go.
Why are you wandering around the castle? And why did you come out of our room?
I got lost! This castle's super big compared to a little kitty like me.
Here's a map. Just follow its directions.
I can't read these directions well enough. I'm only 6.
Well then, some colourful signs should do the trick. Ta-da!
Thank you, Uncle Discord. I've got it from here. Now, whose room shall I be hitting up next? I guess that answers my question. Not anything worth stealing here. Now this might just come in handy.
How does one child get lost in a big old castle?
This castle is tricky to navigate. When I first moved in here, I wound up walking into the supply closet when I thought it was the map room.
I left her the brightest neon signs known to Equestria for her to follow her way back here, since she's not too bright on reading directions.
She's 6.
Maybe she got distracted by the pretty lights. Cats do get distracted by lights. Kind of like a laser, but brighter and flashier, and it doesn't move much.
You know, I should have added that in the directions package, just to get an amusement out of it with her.
Maybe we should go check on her this time around?
Don't be silly. Your guest's here, and so is she, if we ever find her. I'll go check. You kids just enjoy your cookies. I'll be back.
You know, your mom is honestly scary when she flips her switch.
Try living with her. You get used to it.
I know my castle is big, but it's not that big. Are you stealing from my daughter? You know stealing from the royal family is considered a crime, correct?
I'm sorry. If you only knew who my father is.
Oh, believe me, I know who your father is.
Please don't tell my mother.
You know, if you were older and did something like this, then you would be sent to the dungeon for your little act. But I will have to tell your mother or father about your addiction.
You see, Aunt Twilight, most kitties like lasers and yarn, but I happen to go for shiny things such as your daughter's valuable crown. You see, I'm what you call a flirt and a con artist.
I think I've taken the word con artist into account.
So you're not gonna tell them anything? You're gonna help me?
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. Just has confetti sense.
Something isn't right.
That can't be right.
Are you two okay?
Starlight, dear, might just have 3 words for all of you, and I'm being serious when I say this. Come with us.
Where's half of Harmonia's jewelry?
Where's my crown? I know I left it here.
Looking for this?
Here you go, Ophelia.
What did you do to my wife?
Oh no. Twilight is underneath the Fiducia Compella spell. It's an extremely powerful one and can be a doozy to be undone.
And to think we offered our friendship to you.
But seriously though, after this we're still friends, right? Confetti, that's not how friendship works. Hey, my mom offered your mom friendship at throwing our party. The least we can do is give her the benefit of the doubt.
Do you not see how that worked? She hypnotized Twilight.
I am a powerful being of chaos, but I can't undo that spell that's simply done by unicorn magic. It would take either a powerful unicorn or maybe even Celestia herself to undo this.
My horn is damaged. I can't even do a simple spell unless you all want Sparky Sparks.
She said Sparky Sparks.
Twilight was the one who had to undo the spell I did on her friends. So maybe I can undo this spell. She's definitely gonna feel this in the morning.
My dear, are you okay?
What happened? I feel like I drank about 6 glasses of Applejack cider.
I believe our furry friend here can answer that question for you.
I thought you said she wasn't our friend.
Why? Why did you stoop to do something like this when we have done nothing but open our home to you? My daughter even offered you her friendship.
We're waiting for an answer, kiddo.
I panicked, okay? I was scared of letting my father down. He's a legend in what he does, and I didn't want to disappoint him.
Who's your father?
Capper Dapperpaws.
Doesn't ring a bell.
How do you not know who Capper Dapperpaws is?
I've never met the guy, okay? What, and I'm supposed to believe that you have?
Yes, I held him as my captive once on a ship when he knew information about Twilight and her friends.
What, were you a tyrant back in your time?
Precisely.
Did you get to blow stuff up?
Yes.
Harmonia, you have the coolest guard ever!
Look, I know that you know stealing is wrong, but you have a choice to either continue the path you're on, or you can break away from it. No pony is bound to fate by one single talent. For example, my cutie mark is a symbolism of magic. Yes, that may be my talent, but that does not define who I am as a pony. I love to read, and I'm smart at alchemy and science. And the thing is, we are not always going to follow the path that we believed is laid out for us. Sometimes we have to go astray and figure out our own destiny, because something greater is down the road later on in life for us than we can ever imagine.
Thanks, Aunt Twilight, and again, I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused. Are you still going to talk to my mother about this?
Yes. I'm sorry, Ophelia, but it's better to catch your addiction now rather than later on in life.
I understand.
Come on. I believe that's your father.
Hello, Twilight darling.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you both.
Sorry we're a bit late, Your Highness. Rarely just finished her fashion show. I hope Duchess didn't give you any trouble tonight.
Father, you know I hate that name.
About that, there is something I need to talk to you about your daughter's behavior.
You might as well both come in, because it's one doozy of a tale.
Is everything okay with Ophelia, Twilight?
So you're the Kappa Dapper Paws?
The one and only. Charmed to meet you.
Discord the Lord, or should I say, King of Chaos.
Really, you two?
You two pick now to be buddy-buddy?
Sorry, Rares, but as you were saying, Your Highness.
As I was saying...
Your daughter here mind-controlled my wife!
Ophelia? Is this true?
And she stole jewelry from me. You tattletale! I thought we were friends. We are, but friends do not steal from each other. Oh, and she burned half of Aunt Twilight's books.
Hey, that was all you.
Look, if I'm going down, you're going down with me. Besides, you ain't on it with us.
Duchess Ophelia Tanzanite Dapperpaws! You are so grounded when we get home!
Ooh, she used the full name.
Oh, don't worry. You three aren't off the hook either.
I don't know whether to be scared or extremely worried with how she said that, and with the tone she used it in.
Oh, you three should be very afraid.
Ophelia! Whatever you stole from Twilight and our family, then you need to give it back!
But...
No buts! No!
I guess these won't be of use to me now.
Our rings!
Or this.
My diamond-encrusted bangles?
Twilight, dear! I am so sorry Ophelia tried to steal from you and your family.
You did good, kid. You did... I mean... that wasn't nice to steal from your mom's friend like that. Stealing is wrong.
Thank you for letting me clear this up with you guys. I just figured the issue should be tackled now instead of later down the road.
Of course, darling. We understand. Well, it's best we get going. I have prepared a divine meal back home for all of us to enjoy.
Come on, I'll make sure you make it out okay.
You failed in one key aspect, little one. Don't get caught.
Stop teaching our children how to steal!
Should we run?
That's only going to make matters worse.
I'm honestly scared. Hold on, we don't even live here, so how are my brother and I in trouble?
Want to be disrespectful with me again?
I just asked a question!
Raise your voice with me one more time. Now listen. When you are under my roof, you are to respect my wishes. Even if you are my child or not, you are to abide by my rules. That means, when I mean not to play games in the library, I mean not playing games in the library at all.
Don't breathe, or she might consider that back talk too.
Harmonia Sparkle!
Look, if it makes you feel more comfortable, Twilight, we can replace the books that confetti burned.
I don't want to hear another word. Now come on. You'll have school tomorrow anyway. You two can spend the night.
Yay!
Just this once. Only because it's too late. And I'm too emotionally exhausted to take you two home. And before you ask, everyone else is yes, asleep. But tomorrow, I will be informing your parents just where you two will be spending your weekends for the next 3 weeks, and why.
Raise your hoof, or well, claw and paw in Harmonia's case, if you have ever been traumatized emotionally by Twilight. If Ophelia was here, she'd agree.
If you three don't go to bed, I'm getting Discord to get the giraffe.
Not the giraffe!
What's so scary about giraffes? Okay, we get the point. We're going to bed.
Just put the giraffe Discord away!
Good night, children. Sweet dreams.